Hey guys, welcome back. As always, my name is Lazar, and today we're gonna take a bit of a break from all the weapon guides. I wanna talk to you about the brand new Galvanized mods and ranged weapon Arcanes. The Sisters of Parvos content update has been out, a week and something, and some of these mods simply don't function the way they were supposed to, and this has caused all sorts of confusion when it comes to builds, what to use, what not to use, and so on and so forth. So let's jump right into it. First, we're gonna talk about Galvanized mods and their functionality. First off, one that I really enjoy, Galvanized Acceleration. This is an excellent slot, which is absolutely outstanding. Unfortunately, it's only available for shotguns. 30% projectile speed, beam length on kill, another 30% projectile speed, beam length for 10 seconds, stacks up 2 times. When you lose a stack, you go back to 10 seconds duration. This is an insane mod, I absolutely love it, and most shotguns will be benefiting from this. Even if you're not using a shotgun beam weapon, you can still get the increase when it comes to drop-off damage, which is definitely huge. This one functions currently correctly. Galvanized Shot, however, Galvanized Aptitude and Galvanized Savvy. Basically, these three are the exact same, but one is for shotguns, one is for primary or rifles, and one is for secondary weapons. They state the following: plus 80% status chance. This is a flat amount, you get it no matter what. But on kill, plus 40% damage per status type affecting the target for 20 seconds, and it can stack up 2 times, so 80% damage per status type affecting the target. This basically works like condition overload for the most part. Keep in mind that the secondary version can stack up to 3 times, so 120 per status effect affecting the target, but it only lasts for 14 seconds. All of these, once again, when the timer runs out, you go to an inferior stack. You don't get a full reset. The problem is they don't really function, and they function at the same time. Now the consensus right now is that they don't really function on projectile based attacks, but that's not entirely true. For example, Galvanized Shot works flawlessly on the brand new Tenant D+. By the way, it's one of the best secondary weapons in Warframe right now, and if you're curious to see how big of a punch it gets back, link in the cards right now. So it's a bit of a hit and miss with the Galvanized Aptitude, Savvy, and Shotgun mods right now. I'm expecting Digital Extremes to fully fix these, but again, they are currently busy with TennoCon, so I would expect a fix after TennoCon, not before. Galvanized Diffusion, multi-shot for your pistols. Galvanized Cell is multi-shot for your shotguns, and Galvanized Chamber, again, for rifles. These are all very similar. They provide a huge, absolutely huge multi-shot increase, and from my testing up until this point, they have worked flawlessly. And again, they are very permissive when it comes to the actual buff. Timer runs out, no problem, you're going to a lower stack, so there is some time to get it back up. As a general rule, I'm opposed to on-kill effects on some of these. Not on all of them, but on some definitely, because when you're dealing with high-level targets, survival, let's say steel path, level 3000, 4000, and so on and so forth, on-kill effects are not exactly the most reliable thing to get. Galvanized Scope and Galvanized Crosshairs, these are the worst out of the bunch, sadly. Even though they provide crit and, let's be honest, critical chance right now in Warframe, leading to critical multipliers, isn't really all it's cracked up to be. The extra damage per status type from Savvy, Aptitude, and Shot is a lot more important. And in order for me to explain to you why critical chance isn't that big of a deal right now in Warframe, I would have to go into a 10-minute video. So in case you want to learn how critical chance and critical multipliers actually apply in Warframe, look at the cards right now. My problem with these mods, don't rely on the buff they give. They give huge critical chance buffs, but the problem is when the timer runs out, 12 seconds, respectively 12 seconds, you're getting a full reset. So it doesn't matter if you stacked it up 5 times and you get that 200%. When the 12 seconds runs out, you're getting a full reset, unlike Chamber, Savvy, and so on and so forth. I'm not entirely sure this is what the developer intended or not. I haven't seen any official information on these. And before I go, we got a rumor. It's not exactly a rumor. Rebecca said something in one of the patch notes regarding Blunderbuss. We might be getting a Prime version very, very soon, maybe with TennoCon 2021. Now, I'll be honest with you, we don't need it that much anymore, because for shotguns now we have an outstanding crit mod called Critical Deceleration. Now, this used to be a worthless mod, but they did buff it to 200% critical chance and minus 20% fire rate. Once again, this is a corrupted mod, and if you don't know how to farm corrupted mods such as this one, or Fleeting Expertise, or Heavy Caliber, all mods that you do need in your arsenal, link the cards right now. So Primed Blunderbuss, isn't gonna make a huge difference anymore as long as we got critical deceleration, and I'm betting it's gonna be around 180% critical chance, 170, 180%, because you gotta still make the prime mod worth using. So if they go under 170% critical chance, it simply will not be worth using on most shotguns, simply because you have deceleration. Most shotguns don't rely on fire rate, right? One big wallop, boom, dead, and then you go to the next one and next one and next one. Even on the Arca Plasmor, I don't really mind that minus 20% fire rate all that much. And that's pretty much it to galvanized mods, and I also spilled over a little bit into critical chance for shotguns. Next, I want to talk about arcanes for primaries and secondary weapons. Basically, they take on the exact same form. Just one are for primaries and the others for secondaries. You might be wondering, why did they make two then? Why not make a universal range weapon arcane or arcanes? I'm assuming this is for balance reasons, but what do I know? I'm not a dev. Let's start off with Deadhead. This one gives you huge damage, 360% total, 24 seconds, because it stacks up 3 times, and once again, when the timer runs out, you're going to a lower stack, you don't get a full reset. This one also grants the 30% headshot multiplier and minus 50% weapon recoil. Deadhead, getting back to the functionality, the problem with this one is one shared by galvanized crosshairs and galvanized scope. You need a headshot kill, meaning that if your target dies under the effect of status effects, for example, let's say a whole lot of slashes like you put into your target with the brand new Tenant Flux rifle, which is one insane weapon. You want to see what it can do? Oh my god, honestly, it's that powerful. And once again, link in the cards right now. If you don't get a headshot kill, so if your projectile or the beam or whatever you fire doesn't kill the target on headshot impact, then you're not gonna be getting this buff. That's a bit of an issue when it comes to status weapons. It's still quite powerful. The best mod, the best arcane is probably gonna be dexterity, as long as you also use melee weapons. You get the same amount of damage, but it's over 6 stacks and 20 seconds duration, so do bear that one in mind. You got the holster speed, which will synergize beautifully well with some weapons that reload while holster, for example the Tenant D+, and the 7.5 seconds combo duration. Again, a very powerful arcane. And finally, Merciless. I really don't like this one. I really don't like this one because you need to be constantly killing targets. And keep in mind that these arcanes, along with the galvanized mods, were supposed to make range weapons viable for Steel Path and for high level content. You want me to get a kill every 4 seconds when you're dealing with super high level Grineer, level 3000, 4000 Grineer heavily armored targets, then that 4 seconds duration will become a bit of a concern. On the other hand, you still get the reload speed and the plus 100 maximum ammo, but out of all of these, Merciless, from my point of view, is the weakest. This does not mean by any stretch of the imagination that this is not going to be a popular mod, simply because Deadhead in some situations is simply not usable. You're not going to get the benefit. Dexterity relies on melee weapons. Perhaps you don't like to play melee weapons. It's a possibility, then you're gonna go to Merciless. And I do believe that's pretty much it, my friends. Again, not everything right now functions the way it's supposed to, but I would expect a fix after TennoCon and some balancing work as well. For my 2 cents, I'm still hoping that the dev changes some of these effects from on kill to on hit or on precision headshot, something of the sort. And that's pretty much it. As always, my name has been Leyzar. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like, favorite, share, and subscribe if you enjoy the content. And I'll catch you guys after TennoCon. Bye bye!